When we have important places we have to be at school or after school, it's important to write them down in your phone or your planner so you don't accidentally leave school and miss like your detention or miss your orchestra practice that you have after school if you're in a play. So always make sure you write stuff down and make sure you have it on the correct day so then you don't miss it. And sometimes we just forget, especially if it's the first day. Before we start this intro, I would like to apologize for the background noise. Humphrey is being a little bit rude and barking right now. So please ignore that. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just going to try to talk through his barking. So anyway, hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you did not already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and today in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a story about the time I accidentally skipped my orchestra practice because nobody told me it was what day orchestra practice started, and luckily it was the first day and I was off the hook because it was just the first day and it was okay to miss it. So this is a story just to let you guys know if you have important events during recess at school, it's important to write down that you're supposed to go to them and not go to recess. So this is a story about how I had orchestra practice. My teacher forgot to tell me, and either she told me the day before and I forgot to write it down, and I didn't know until one of my friends told me. So this is a story just to teach you guys, always write stuff down in your planner or your phone if you have important things you have to do during recess at school, so then you don't miss it, or you have like important things that were announced and it's just good to write them down so then you don't forget. So I'm going to get started and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this all started about 21 years ago. Excuse me. So this all started about 20 years ago. I was in the 5th grade. We were getting, my 5th grade class and the other 5th grade class were all getting ready to put on a performance of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and it was a musical version of it. So my teacher had organized a bunch of things, and a lot of people wanted to be in the play, so we had picked 12 girls to be the princesses. A couple girls were the fairies, and we had a couple boys being the princes. Sorry, Humphrey is just being super rude and barking. I'm gonna go take care of him right now. Sorry, Humphrey was barking and I want to make sure everything's okay. Everything's fine. He was just barking at my neighbor's dog, so I wanted to make sure he wasn't making too much noise because I found it very distracting. So anyway, we had a bunch of people being in the play, and because I didn't want to be in the play at all because I was very nervous to be on stage in front of a whole bunch of people, I decided that I was going to help with the orchestra because I like to help. So my music teacher, for some weird reason, forgot to tell us that what day our first day of orchestra practice was, or she might have said something and I forgot to write it down. So little did I know, was the day of my orchestra practice, which I didn't even know I had orchestra practice that day. I go to my first recess and I go to play. And I'm looking for some of my friends and I can't find them anywhere. Little did I know was some of them went to go practice for the play because some of them were in the play. And some of my other friends were practicing in the orchestra, and they were all in the cafeteria, on the auditorium stage in the cafeteria. So I go off and just play by myself. I don't know why. I decided to go run along the fence and then pace back and forth along the fence. Don't know why I did that. It was a really weird thing. I used to do it all the time as a kid, and it was just a weird habit that I used to do. So I'm walking around because I'm kind of bored because my friends aren't here to play with. And I walk around the entire recess yard because I am just so incredibly bored. So then all of a sudden the bell rings for recess. One of my friends who was in the orchestra comes out and walks up to me and says,
Mena, you missed orchestra practice, blah, 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 blah.
So I'm like, we had orchestra practice today? And my friend says,
yes, orchestra practice was today, blah, 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 blah. The music teacher was looking for you, blah, 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 blah. Everyone else was wondering where you went, and blah, 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 blah.
So if you're wondering what instrument, I thought I'd just put this in there really quick, what instrument I played in the orchestra. I played the bells, which my teacher called Mena bells. I thought that was pretty funny, so I thought I'd just add that in there. So anyway, I felt really bad, and my friend, he wasn't mad at me about it. He just wanted to let me know that I missed orchestra practice. And I literally felt bad because I didn't know I had orchestra practice because nobody told me anything about orchestra practice. Or I can't remember if somebody said something and I forgot to write it down. That's one of my bad habits, is I forget to write things down. I'm still pretty bad at it today as I was back then, but I'm still trying to get really better at it. But anyway, I totally forgot about it. I feel really, really bad. So when I get to music, I think I had music that day. I apologize to my music teacher for skipping orchestra practice, and she was so nice about it. She wasn't mad at all, only just because it was just the first day and I was off the hook, and she just decided to let me know that it's okay that I missed orchestra practice just for that day because it was just the first day, and she wasn't mad at all, surprisingly. And so I wouldn't get confused, I started to write all like the information of orchestra practice down in my planner, so then I wouldn't forget that I had orchestra practice. So my fifth grade teacher would always tell me what days I had orchestra practice, and I would start writing it down in my planner, and then which recesses I had orchestra practice at, which also made it so much easier. So the next time I had orchestra practice, I looked in my planner to see what day it was, and I remembered to go the next couple times I had orchestra practice. And I was very happy because that was super helpful for me. So the moral of the story is you should always write down important events you have to be, so then you don't forget. I know some of us just have a photographic memory and we don't need to write things down, but if you're like me and you're completely forgetful about certain things, you should always write them down so you don't forget, especially when you're at school. If you have like important events, like if you were part of a school play and you have play practice, or if you're helping with the music and you're in the orchestra, you're part of the orchestra practice, write down what day you have orchestra practice or what recess you have orchestra practice. Or if you're in middle or high school, write down when you have band practice, chorus practice, or whatever practice you have after or during school hours. Always write them down so you don't forget. Please make sure you remember your important school appointments so you don't forget. So that was a story about how I accidentally skipped orchestra practice for my school play. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.
When we have important events at school, uh-oh, that was rude. Sorry. I apologize, I had to yawn. But anyway, so this all started about 21 years ago. I was in the 5th grade. My no, this was actually about 20 years ago, excuse me. So this was 20 years ago. Sorry, I got my date screwed up. Anyway, I hate this intro. Sorry, Humphrey was barking and I wanted to see what he was barking at, but he was just barking at my neighbor's dogs and it was very noisy, so I kind of wanted to make sure everything was okay and everything's fine. So anyway, so little did I know, nobody had told me that we had orchestra practice and it was the first day, or somebody said something and I forgot to write it down. So I just go straight to recess and